All right, here we are today setting up a Sonos home theater system. Woohoo! This is a super simple setup, but for people who like to see things in front of them like this right here, we're gonna go and set one up today. So we're gonna go through the advertisements it gives us, view terms of use, accept. All right, so this is the first thing you see whenever you're going to set up a new system, or if you've reset your system, you're going to want to go ahead and set up a new system here. So let's go ahead and continue with that. I already have an account, so I'll just sign into mine. Bear with me, I'm going to blur everything, not showing my secrets to the world. Okay, and this is the first thing you'll see once you've signed in, and we've got a whole lot of products to set up. Oh, there's a little arc right there. It's anxious to get set up already. And we're just gonna close without snoozing. That's just little pop-ups like that Sonos arc right there. But yeah, we have some Sonos ones, a sub, an arc, and ooh, even the Sonos one is really anxious to get set up. But let's go ahead and set up the arc though. Let's start off with that. Okay, and this is a fairly quick process. It gives you an ETA for each device, telling you how long it's going to take, but they're fairly quick. Okay, now it wants us to touch the Sonos Arc with our phone in the marked location. So let's go ahead and do that. Ding. All right. So now it's just going to connect to the Sonos Arc. Perfect. Now it's going to ask for our Wi-Fi password. So let me go ahead and enter that in real quick. This is just the last part of this. Blurring myself out just so that way no one can see my super secret password. Okay. Connecting to the ARC, to the Wi-Fi. Okay, and now it's going to ask what room we're going to put this in. So since this is in my living room, I'm just going to go ahead and choose the living room. But you can also add a customizable room if it's not listed there. And now we're just waiting to add. All right, wonderful. So it's been added to the living room, to your Wi-Fi network, so you're good there. Now it's asking to connect to the TV, so let's go ahead and do that. So just make sure you have the ARC hooked up to the HDMI ARC port. And we do indeed. Now we're going to go ahead and test the connection just so that way we can verify. Oh, and there's my nice socks right there. And we are. Okay. I'm going to turn on the TV. Bada bing, bada boom. It's testing. Bam. Oh no, interfering with device. So that happens every now and then. You can have some flimsy issue, but do not fret. Just hit that try again button and you should be good to go from there. I'm going to connect. This is just to verify the connection between the TV and the ARC is all. Okay, and obviously it's recognized it. Now let's go ahead and set up another device. Oh, the sub is now very anxious to get set up, so let's go ahead and continue with that. And of course, it takes a little bit of time to get ready. And bam. So the same thing we're going to do here as far as with the ARC is just going to tap it with the phone. Just let it recognize that this is indeed a legit sub from Sonos. Sometimes you have to put it right against it. And you may just be better off doing it like that. Perfect. Ding. All right. So connecting to the sub. And same process right here, and this time you won't have to continuously add in your Wi-Fi password because it'll recognize that. It should have already recognized that after the first time, so now you should be good to go from here. And we're waiting, and we're waiting. Okay, and then the same thing right here, just gonna ask you what room. We're gonna put in the living room. We're just going to fast forward on these since you get the idea of what you have to do. Woo, subwoofer has been added. Now it is going to ask if you want to connect the subwoofer to the Sonos Arc, but right now let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and set up the Sonos One SL in the meantime. Okay, and this time it's going to play a chime here to actually connect, so let's listen on that chime here. You can hear the little chime right here. Wonderful. And that was our confirmation chime. So now, yep, same thing right here. It's just we're going to go through all the same set of processes, and then we're just going to confirm the room that it's in. All right, now the sub is getting anxious. You're going to get a lot of these pop-ups. You can either choose to ignore them or just go with it, but the sub's just being as asking what to connect to. And in this case, we're going to connect it to the Arc. Going to fast forward again. Easy enough. Bam. You should get a sound from both the Arc and the sub at that point. Okay. Now that we've gotten those two taken care of, let's go ahead and set up the Sonos One. And the Sonos One is no different than the Sonos One SL as far as the setup process. So yeah, it's just going to play another chime again. And from there, super simple. Let's just sit on that chime. Take the Sonos One right here. Awesome. Okay. So now we're connecting to the Sonos One. And bam. Awesome. Now we're going to connect to the Wi-Fi. We're going to fast forward a bit here. And just choose the room that this is going to be in. Which again, living room. All right. Awesome. Now you can set them up as surrounds for the home theater system. So let's go ahead and do that. And it's going to play a little chime in one of the speakers. You just have to identify which one it is. In this example, it's on my right side, so it's my right surround. Okay. And this took about a minute nearly, so I'm fast forwarding this, but this can take a little while. Don't worry if it takes too long. It's just going to take that long. And bam, surrounds added to living room. Okay, but that's pretty much it as far as the setup for the speakers. So let's take a little tour guide of this actual app right here. You can see you've got some settings here for your system, but let's first start off with the actual bits right here. Okay, we got a true play. And that's really meant so that way you can calibrate to the whole entire room itself. So that's super handy. That way, you can make sure the subwoofer, the speakers, all that is calibrated via the distance. This is just Sonos radio, and this is just the voice assistance. And then there you can add your music servers. Okay. And here is the My Sonos. This is technically the Sonos homepage. This is where you can see what you recently listened to, get back to the jamming out on the recently listened to list, some trending songs from Sonos Radio. Right here is your different music services. So you can add Spotify, Tidal, Qobuz, all that jazz. Here's your system, shows you what is currently playing. And in this case, we have this TV selected. And we have some options here. We have a volume slider, and it gives us some detail on what kind of format we're playing here. And in this case, it's just saying Dolby Digital Plus 5.1. Right here, we've got a speech enhancement in case you needed that, in case you're missing some of the vocals there. Night mode in case, you're up pretty late and you don't want to disturb your neighbors there. We have a search icon right here, which takes us to the search location to find all sorts of different artists and music from all your different sources here. Now let's look at the system. This is what you can mess around with the actual system itself. You got an EQ, and right here you can adjust the bass, treble, and loudness, true play, like I said, and then you got surrounds, which you can adjust for The surrounds to actually play some ambient noise when you're listening to music, or the full on range of the songs. Sub audio. We've got height audio in case you're missing some of the heights for Dolby Atmos. Volume limiter, home theater, TV autoplay. Yeah, we got some TV dialogue sync in case, the lip sync is not on par with what it should be. But that's pretty much it. All of these are only necessary if you really need them to. But yeah, just want to kind of give you a good idea of what to expect and what you should, how this should really work. But if you have any more questions, feel free to reach out. I'm always happy to help out. But yeah, have a wonderful day.